Hey everybody, Canuck here. Welcome to another course critique. Today we're going to take a look at, what's this course called? Vintage Ranch, it's going to be called, but right now we're just playing the beta version of it. This is from user who goes by the name of trashman351. He's one of my hardcore designer members over on the Crazy Canuck YouTube channel. So if you're interested, again, in any sort of course critiques, things like this, please look into my membership options. All right, so it has been a while since I played this game. I've been mostly designing and playing some other stuff, so I apologize for the most likely terrible golf that's about to happen. But we're here for the course. We're here to give Trashman hopefully some decent advice, and we'll go from there. All right, so we have got an absolutely gorgeous looking tee shot. So we've got a nice little. I know he's from Arizona, I believe he did mention to me. So looks like he's going with a bit of a desert look. So just spectacular lighting off the first tee. I really like this. Um, Bunkers are sitting really nice, framing the fairway really well. Um, a really long uphill par five. I mean, this is an absolute beast of a hole to kick things off. But fairly wide fairways, a little pretty lush back here. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on with some of this planting here, but otherwise, a really strong looking first hole. I'm digging the planting. It's maybe a little bit overgrown up the front, but not bad at all. Now, this step theme is I do not recommend for beginners. It's a tough one to really fill out. Otherwise, it can look really empty, but just by this first look alone, it doesn't look like this is an issue. So, a nice little uphill second shot here. Yeah, bunkers are sitting really nicely. Do an uphill green. Another perfect shot. Yeah, this one is. Looks pretty good. We'll take that. Love it. So again, this is going to be called Vintage Ranch. I believe it's going to be the name when it releases. Love it. Really nice first hole. That lighting's crazy. But it's nice. As we move on to the second hole, again with this really distinct lighting, maybe a little much, and again, that's the risk you take with the low lighting, especially having hills here. It really darkens kind of the bunker or the green, which can potentially cause an issue. Um, I love the white sand bunkers here, but I don't. I think like he's trying to do some waste bunkers. I don't think the bright white sand really works as a waste bunker. That's just again my opinion, but um, yeah, a nice look. I would maybe with step try to clean up the edge here, the little edge between the kind of the desert and the rough. I would try to maybe fill that in a little bit more. Otherwise, it's just like a really stark contrast. But these are little nitpicky, my opinion things. So, but another nice like tee shot. Right, perfect. But I did knock it a little bit left. We're gonna end up in this. Bunkers are pretty nice. I think they're really well done. The bunkers. Okay, we're gonna 8-iron out of here. This isn't too bad. We're on the dance floor. As you can see, it gets really dark here, but not too bad actually. It's not terrible. Still read the green, no problem. See if we can make another bomb here. Break. Come on. Ooh, close. Very close. A strong start. I like a course like if you take advantage of the really dramatic lighting off the first couple holes to really suck the golfer in. So, and he's definitely done that. Even the third hole, we're going into this really nice, sexy lighting here. It definitely gives off like a Scottsdale or maybe like way outside in the Arizona desert kind of feel to it. I like it. Really like it. We got a centerline bunker here, which is, yeah, I think that's fairly well done. It's not huge, so I mean, I can go to the left or right of it. Looks like pretty easily. I think we're going to try to go out to the right, maybe. Longer second shot in. Oh, we hit a fast, so we're going to the left. Never mind. I meant to do that. Blew it right by. Hopefully you can't hear baby. It's not in a good mood. Dad's been with her all morning, and Mom's turn, and now she's not in a good mood. Alright, I like this second shot, just slightly uphill. Bunker's framing this green nicely. Green undulations are nice. I kind of like this with this pin. You've got the option of it funneling down a bit. Maybe a little bit high up here. And he probably did this on purpose to kind of show off the bunker, but up close doesn't look that great. Real minor nitpicks here. Right. Tempo good. Wing line a little bit off. We're on in 2. Oh, we try to make an absolute bomb there. Attempt to. Come on, break down. Eagle would be nice. No. Not enough. Beautiful. Okay, in for birdie. Head to the 4th. A nice little short par 4 here. Risk reward. Yeah, this is kind of what I want to see on a par 4. So, yeah, that makes you think twice about going for it. You don't want to be in here. Not a receptive green at all. False fronts on, well, false front, false side, false back, false everything. Not sure if I love that, but yeah, okay. We go for it? Ah, well, why not? Oh, hold it. This is the issue with my swing right now. It's terrible. Right behind a cactus. Of course, a cactus makes that oak tree clunk sound, of course. Alright, this is going to be a tricky little flop. And we're still not on the green in 2. I mean, this is what a risk-reward par 4 is meant to be like. You know, I try for the green, but I get punished with a par. Where if I just laid up and pitched on, it probably would have been an easy birdie. That's kind of textbook short par 4. Okay, first par 3 here. Great looking sight line here. I just kind of think maybe the planting that he's sunk underground, these bushes here, maybe just a bit too big. You really notice it when they're blowing in the wind. Would have shrunk those down and maybe used a few more. But yeah, this is a really nice look here. And I love how the course opens up and you can see a whole bunch of holes here. I love that open look. Goodness, the swing is a mess. Thought I had it in the first couple holes. Not a great shot, but it's close. Let's see if we can make a par here. You know, the last few episodes of Course Critiques, I've been extremely impressed by the quality of courses. So, yeah, it's not giving me a lot to. I'm being very nitpicky. Not a lot I can, you know, really give some good advice on so far. These have been really good. Okay, 6th hole. Again, it's into the really nice lighting. He's right at the edge of the plot now, so I'm gonna assume that we're gonna have to start going back a little bit. But the lighting that way is actually not bad either. He's used the fog and the haze pretty nicely. Okay. I don't know if that centerline bunker here is necessary. I mean, you're laying up. Yeah, I don't know if about that one, to be honest, but I think I can clear this pretty easily. Get that swing plane. All right, into the sand. I really like the what he's done with just the natural terrain. Brought it up to Sometimes you can get that little screen tearing look, but he's done this really nicely. It actually looks like almost like natural rock formation. One of the better ones I've actually seen. Is that enough? Get a bounce. Oh, good bounce. Just sneaks onto the green there. We'll take it. Set a birdie putt, which we have got. All right. Good scramble there. Solid scramble. Head to the par 5 7th hole. Again, another nice tee shot. Okay. Get behind this. Tee shot kind of opens up once you get kind of past 295. Well, not actually too much. Yeah, pretty narrow fairway, but not like too narrow. Oh, no. Oh, good bounce. That's been my Achilles heel lately in my competitive rounds, is missing fairways on par 5s. Yeah, let's take a look at this green complex. I really like this, actually. So really prevents... You gotta fly the green if you want, and this is a very tough green to hold, so... this is really encouraging a potential layup, but, this is fun enough where you could potentially hit it into the bank here and see what happens, but not an overly receptive green. Really discouraging getting here in 2. Just fine. Totally fine with that, but I'm going to go for it. Because why not? And I hit a terrible shot. Yeah, kicked into the heavy rough. I really like the vibe of this course right off the bat. I'm a sucker for a good step course. There's not a lot of good step courses out there, so nice to see one done well. And he's done a pretty good job of handling. I think the biggest problem with a step course, like I mentioned earlier, is filling it out. And I mean, you have a limited amount of objects, but done a pretty darn good job of filling it out. Great looking hole here. Really natural kind of feel here. I would have liked to maybe have seen a little bit more planting on the left and the right to really make it pop, but I love the bridge. No bunkers, but not needed. He kind of, the front area there is basically just like a natural hazard. It's a waste bunker down there anyway, so good with it. God, swings are just all over the place. I can't predict. Well, it worked. It worked. Got a birdie putt. Not quite. Damn close. Oh my goodness, a terrible putt. Good golf hole though. Struggling on the par 3s. I bogeyed both of them. I'm really enjoying this. So we head to the par 4 9th. Love the look with the mountains in the back there. This is great. I like this. You really got to carry it over the desert here on 9. What do we call this? Like a prize dog leg? Is that a template? I don't know. Any template people watching, please correct me. Don't know much about templates. Oh, no. That's going to be in the junk. Okay, oh, not too bad. Okay. It's just been like 9 solid golf holes so far. I don't think there's been a hole that's like stuck out for me though. There hasn't been like a wow hole, but that's fine. It's just been some great golf so far. Get in. Oh, went way too far. Yeah, I like the undulation on the greens. They're challenging, but fair. Green size, green shape, angles to the green have all been really good. Nothing really to comment on too much. 3 bogeys and 4 birdies. All over the place here on the front. Head to the back 9. Interesting. So this is a decently done blind tee shot. I always try to discourage a not purposeful blind tee shot, but this is a good one. What there? I do have a bit of an issue on this hole. I would have completely eliminated this bunker here. Makes me automatically just say, well, I'm just gonna hit to this fairway. I've got way more fairway to hit over here, and this is the 9th fairway. I'm not sure if he wanted that, but my eye is immediately going over here. Not sure if you want that, but I'm playing over here. I would get rid of that bunker in the fairway. And this actually probably gives me... I guess the angle to the green on the left would be a bit better, but with a 6 to 7 iron in, it's pretty negligible anyway. I do like the green sculpting here. Bunkers are really nice. This looks pretty good. Right at it. Get in the hole. Oh, that's one of my better shots I've had in a long time. Just look down at my controller. Maybe I should start doing that a little bit more. Not a lot of pars, just birdies and bogeys. So we head to the 11th. Nice downhill. Yeah, this is a nice use of elevation there. Down 37 feet, which is significant, but handled the elevation very, very nicely. Six iron, maybe? Yeah, we'll 6 iron. Ooh, perfect, but look at that. Didn't know what's going on with my swing there. No, that's in the sand. No, it stays up. Par 3s have been killing me on this course. Let's see if we can actually make a par on one. There's a chip and a putt. This is a little bit shorter video than what I'm usually used to, but well, it's because we don't have he hasn't done the write-ups, which you don't need, by the way. It actually is, I prefer not having the write-ups just because it lets me focus on the course a bit more. But there's not much to critique. I mean, I'm really liking this course. This is a nice tee shot too. No bunkers, but no problem. You got that giant chasm on the left side. That's a big enough hazard already. You got one on the right too, so you kind of got to split it here. Short par 5. So hitting the fairway is key. Which I think I've done. Perfect. Got 237 in. Okay, minor gripe. Those stairs are pretty sloppy. They're pretty far apart, and yeah, those need some work. That's my only one real minor gripe there. Kind of the planting here could maybe use a little bit of work too. Not sure how much plant meter you've got left, but 237. No, this is going to be too much club. So I lay up. I'll lay up. Oh, hit it slow. That's what I get for laying up. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to try to splash it out here. Is it enough? Needs a bounce. Get up there. Alright, that's fine. We still got a birdie look. Yes. Yeah, work on those stairs. Maybe the planting at the back of the green. Otherwise, another solid hole. Okay. R4 13th is a beast. I like the ridge line being brought up. I don't love the planting, though. I think it could use a lot more work. It's not terrible, but okay. It's maybe not my style. I think that's it. Again, another center line, couple center line bunkers. Or in fairway bunkers. Not sure if we call these center line. This is a long enough hole already, and I'm jailed here. I don't know. I think I'm in one. Yeah. Oh, light rough. All right. Yeah, that's fine. You've got some, sheds and stuff up here. I might have put some grass up here, maybe some paths, just for some detailing work. But again, that's minor stuff I don't like to do on my courses. But you're looking for that extra bit of realism. I love the look of the next hole coming up. Oh, that was like, oh, that's a stunner there. Look at this putt, 87 feet. See how close we can get this. I think I just hammered it. Oh no, actually pretty good putt. Whoa, that was a pretty terrible putt, but we got it. Okay. 14, par 3. Oh yeah. Stunning little downhill. Wow, that is going to be tough to hit. So it's all about club selection on this guy. Try to do this. I like the look, 61 feet, but again handles the elevation really nicely. Really slow swing, like not even close. My swing has disappeared. Just not playing the game enough. Just don't play the game enough anymore. Busy designing and playing other stuff. Sorry about all the complaints about my swing, but I guess gotta practice. I know. 15. Another short little par 5. Another center line bunker. Maybe getting a little too reliant on these center line bunkers, I would say. I don't know about that dead tree on the right. Just looks a little funky. Yeah, okay. The planting, this is going away from the sun, and I don't mind it. It looks really good. You play with the fog and the haze a little bit. Going actually away from the sun doesn't look as terrible as it usually does. You gotta find the sweet spot, but you can. Okay, this could be on in two. This could be pretty good. Baby. Gotta look at eagle. Dude, not a difficult putt either. Come on, baby. Get in there. Yes. Beautiful. Eagle on the 15th. All right. Last 3 holes. I'm hoping for some really nice ones. I was hoping for another short little par 4. And we get one. Another risk reward with this wind. Oh, I'm salivating at this right now. No bunkers, but you don't need it with this. Again, he's done a really good job of the bunkerless holes, I think, are some of his better holes. It's a risk doing like a bunkerless hole, and some people it's hard to pull off without it looking kind of dull, but all his bunkerless holes have been really good. No. That's trouble. Oh, maybe not as much. Oh no, it's a lot of trouble. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what the play is here. Pitch, I guess. Lob wedge, pitch it out of here. Oh, no. Mess. Made a mess of it. Sit. Might be able to save par. No, too far. Yeah. The short par 4 strikes again. I get suckered into it and pay the price with a bogey. Or I could have laid up and taken an easy birdie. Just when you think you're figuring things out on 15, then you go do that. All right, 17, 18 coming in. I like how he's taking advantage back of the nice lighting. So it seems like the front nine's going almost all the way one way, the back almost all the way the other. So really narrow here. Great bunkers. Might get a bounce off this. No. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty bright. Pretty bright. It's okay. Hard to see in here. Some people won't like that, but it's a personal thing. Oh, I'm way too fast. Get in there, baby. Come on. Not enough. Taking a bogey. Just all over the place today. Alright, we head to the final hole, the 18th. Where's the... Oh, wow. Okay, so, I mean, clubhouse is way up there. I'm okay with that. You don't need a clubhouse. It's... I mean, he's got one. Looks like you kind of drive all the way up the mountain. That's kind of cool. Good way to finish your round overlooking the lake. First little bit of water in play, I think, on the whole course. And I think I might have found it. Oh, is that close? I find the fairway. Yeah, I think just maybe a few overgrown plants here. I think that this course is suffering from a little bit of what I call the Jurassic Park planting. Where you just get these giant ferns and they just look a little funny. Hey, perfect. At the pin. My goodness, I can do it. Good shot. We'll wrap it up. We have sped through this playthrough. But that's usually a good thing. There we go. We finish with a really nice birdie. A 4 under 68 that was absolutely all over the place. So we're done. This is going to be called Vintage Ranch. So take a look for that when it comes out. Probably pretty soon, because he said he was just going to kind of wait on my critique. And I don't have a lot of notes for him. For a step course, I thought this was fantastic. Maybe a little bit too much use. There were a few centerline bunkers that I thought maybe he didn't need. And then a few just kind of minor planting issues that I found. That one hole where we went to the other fairway, maybe take a look at that. I don't know. But overall, I mean, I would see no issue in this getting approved on the TGC Tours database. And I mean, if this hosted an event, I would have no issues with it. I think it's a very, very well done course. So, trashman351, excellent job. Thank you for letting me play it, and thank you for the support, the membership. So that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We got some more critiques to get through a little later on. I know things are a little bit slower than usual, but I will get to them. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you next time.